Okay.
Okay. Hi, I'm Crafty Marianne. Welcome to Mini Monday. This is my partner Sully.
Hello.
He's the other half of this duo here.
Hmm.
We wanted to talk to you a little bit about what we're going to be doing for Mini Mondays. Mini Monday is where we're going to be working on board gaming, and that can include everything from starting off with printing the pieces ourselves, to painting them, to playing a game with them. So that's what it's going to be about. We have some benches here, which is your testing for the Creality NV3 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you like about the benchies?
So initially I wasn't really interested in printing benchies. I know it's kind of the kitsch thing that everybody likes to do. But benchies are kind of neat because they have all the trouble spots that you'd find in a larger miniature all on one model. So when G-Tech decided to sponsor us by offering to send us some filament, it was a good way to test out the filament to find out how well it worked. So they sent us a shiny gold and a green apple initially, and those printed up both really well. However, we then got some other materials, right?
Mm-hmm. They sent us, we have the PETG, which is the food safe filament, and we had quite a bit of stringing with the benchy, and it took a little bit of playing with the temperature on the bed as well as the extruder temperature to get that to clean up. And then the one I've been playing with for the last 24 hours, 48 hours, is the TPU, which is the flexible of the filaments. And the first one, careful it might break.
It won't break.
Okay.
That's the idea.
What's the bottom say?
The bottom says 235 degrees and 55 degrees C for the bed.
So that really didn't work. We had so much stringing and lots of problems with it. It did print it completely, but it looks a mess.
She'll probably include a close-up of that,
Yeah,
so you
I
can
will.
really see it. I mean, it's nasty.
So my second try, I did it at 220 degrees Celsius and 55 Celsius for the bed, and it came out beautiful, like next to no stringing, and just a really fun piece.
And this whole piece here is actually a modular piece, but it was all printed on G-Tech's green apple. So this is what it can look like after you paint it and get it all finished up, or at least mostly finished up. There's some dry brushing we could do to it if we wanted to make it finish.
With the PETG, I went ahead and tried out making cookie cutters. And the great thing about the cookie cutters is when they first came out and I looked at them, like, this one seems really tall for being a cookie cutter. I'm like, there's no way that'll work. But when you actually look at I'll do a close-up on the cookies so you can see them. But you can actually see all of the detail. It's very fine, and even if you rolled your dough a little thin, for the most part it would still take all of the directions and all the lines and demarcations. This is Jack Skellington. He's one of my favorites. That looks a little crazy to look at the mold. You wouldn't think, or I'm sorry, the cutter. You wouldn't think that it would work so well. But I did do a side-by-side with him and a little snowman print, which is one that I had, a cookie cutter I had at home that does an impression on it. I wanted to see if the home printed could hold up to the ones you buy at the grocery store. And I'd say they not only held up, they've done amazing jobs. And on our Alabama mold here, we printed it twice because the first time it was really thin up here, and we thought maybe it was the filament, but we reprinted it, and it's in the exact same spot and in the same width, so we've decided that that's obviously not a problem with the filament or the printer, it's just a bad design. And we've been using Thingiverse, so thank you to Thingiverse for having all these wonderful patterns for us to be able to play with.
And we'll include links to all of our Thingiverse patterns or STL files, so that if you're interested in supporting the people or checking out their work, you can. Currently our project is to make Gloomhaven. We're doing it kind of one scenario at a time so that we're not overwhelmed, but one scenario at a time. We're 3D printing the miniatures, we're 3D printing the hex boards, and then we're going to play our game, and that'll be done.
And when it says hex boards, he actually quite literally means every piece comes out.
Yeah.
We printed off the framing, so it's got all the pieces into, we printed off the pieces, we painted the pieces, and we're probably just 1 or 2 nights from being able to play the game.
Yeah, we just got some painting to do. We'll probably have a video of us playing scenario 66.
Yep, 66.
The hardest, longest scenario I think she chose.
I just picked a number that sounded cool.
Yeah. And we used some of this TPU, the flexible filament, to print some Christmas ornaments. So I'm sure we'll have close-ups of those.
Yes.
Okay. But nice meeting you all. I hope to see you again.
Great. Thank you.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for joining Crafty Marianne.